Hello everyone! So for today's video, I'm gonna share to you my insights about postmodern and modern culture in a worldwide view. So postmodernism is a way of thinking about culture, philosophy, art, and many other things. The term has been used in many different ways at different times, but there are some things in common. Postmodernism says that there is no real truth. It says that knowledge is always made or invented and not discovered. Postmodernism is a late 20th century movement in philosophy and literary theory that generally questions the basic assumptions of Western philosophy in the modern period. Postmodern philosophy is characterized by broad skepticism or relativism and a general suspicion of reason. It also broadly asserts that Western intellectual and cultural norms and values are a product of, or are in some sense influenced by, the ideology of dominant or elite groups and at least indirectly serve their interests. Postmodernism has disturbed many of the old certainties surrounding questions of cultural value. In particular, it has problematized the question of why some texts are canonized while others disappear without trace. That is why only certain texts supposedly pass the test of time. Postmodernism is largely a reaction against the intellectual assumptions and values of the modern period in the history of Western philosophy. Indeed, many of the doctrines characteristically associated with the postmodernism can fairly be described as the straightforward denial of general philosophical viewpoints that were taken for granted during the 18th century. The most important of these viewpoints are the following. There is an objective natural reality, a reality whose existence and properties are logically independent of human beings, of their minds, their societies, their social practices, or their investigative techniques. Second, the descriptive and explanatory statements of scientists and historians can in principle be objectively true or false. Third, through the use of reason and logic, and with the more specialized tools provided by science and technology, human beings are likely to change themselves and their societies for the better. Fourth, reason and logic are universally valid. For example, their laws are the same for, or apply equally to, any thinker and any domain of knowledge. Fifth, there is such a thing as human nature. It consists of faculties, aptitudes, or dispositions that are in some sense present in human beings at birth rather than learned or instilled through social forces. Sixth, language refers to and represents a reality outside itself. And lastly, human beings can acquire knowledge about natural reality, and this knowledge can be justified ultimately on the basis of evidence or principles that are or can be known immediately, intuitively, or otherwise with certainty. Therefore, a general and wide-ranging term which is applied to literature, art, philosophy, architecture, fiction, and cultural and literary criticism, among others. Postmodernism is largely a reaction to the assumed certainty of scientific or objective efforts to explain reality. That's all for my video. Thank you for watching.